Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Sofia Amna binti Jamsari, and today me and my friends are going to present about Aeon financial performance.
Aeon, a leading retail company from Japan, started its journey in Malaysia in 1984 to help modernize the local retail industry. Its first store opened in 1984, and since then, Aeon has become a household name, offering a wide range of products and services, including groceries, electronics, clothing, furniture, and financial services. In 2004, Aeon rebranded as Aeon Co. Pht. to strengthen its corporate identity. Known for its focus on innovation and customer satisfaction, Aeon provides a seamless shopping experience and remains one of Malaysia's most trusted retail brands. Financial ratios are essential for Aeon's business operations, providing critical insights into its performance and guiding strategic decisions. Performance comparison. Aeon uses financial ratios to evaluate how it performs compared to industry peers, identifying strengths and areas for improvement. Trend monitoring. By tracking trends over time, Aeon can adjust its strategies to remain competitive and relevant. Profitability. Ratios like the gross profit margin help Aeon balance competitive pricing with profitability, ensuring long-term success. For efficiency, the inventory turnover ratio measures how quickly Aeon sells and restocks products, optimizing inventory management and reducing costs. For liquidity ratios such as the current and quick ratios show Aeon's ability to meet short-term financial obligations, ensuring financial stability. Informed decision making. These insights enable Aeon to make smarter, data-driven decisions that drive sustainability growth. So, in summary, financial ratios act as a comprehensive health check for Aeon, helping the company stay on track and thrive in a competitive market. Liquidity ratios. First is current ratio. Current ratio means measure a company's ability to cover short-term liabilities with short-term assets. It indicates liquidity health. For 2023 is 0.51 times. For 2022 is 0.5 times. For quick ratio, it means provides a stricter measure of liquidity by excluding inventory, focusing on asset easily convertible to cash. For 2023 is 0.14 times, and for 2022 is 0.17 times. Debt ratios. First is debt ratio. Debt ratio shows the proportion of asset financed through debt, indicating financial leverage and risk. For 2023 is 64%. For 2022 is 67%. For time interest earned ratio, it assesses how easily a company can pay interest expenses from its operating income. For 2023 is 2.84 times, and for 2022 is 2.84 times. Asset management or efficiency ratios. First is average collection period, that measures the average time taken to collect receivable, reflecting credit policy efficiency. For 2023 is 10.9 times. For 2022 is 1.75. Next is total asset turnover. It means demonstrates the efficiency of using assets to generate sales. For 2023 is 0.57 times, and for 2022 is 0.56 times. Next is inventory turnover ratio, shows that indicates how efficiently a company manages inventory by showing how often it sells and replaces. For 2023 is 5.39 times, and for the 2022 is 5.01 times. Profitability ratios. Operating profit margin reflects operational efficiency by showing the percentage of profit from operating activities. For 2023 is 10%, for 2022 is 11%. Net profit margin indicates overall profitability after all expenses, including taxes and interest. For 2023 is 4%, for 2022 also 4%. Return on assets measures how efficiently a company uses its assets to generate profit. For 2023 is 2%, for 2022 is 2%. Lastly, return on equity. It highlights the profitability relative to shareholders' equity, indicating the return on their investment. For 2023 is 6% and also 2022 is also 6%.
Now, let's move to the questions number 2. The competitive analysis compares Aeon's financial ratios with the industry average, highlighting its current ratio, quick ratio, and inventory turnover ratio for 2023 and the average across the industry. Higher ratio generally indicate better liquidity and efficiency in managing assets. Aeon's current ratio of 0.51 times is lower than the industry average, which is 1.58 times, which suggests that Aeon must have less ability to cover its short-form liabilities compared to others in the industry. Similarly, the quick ratio also shows a comparison with Aeon at 0.14 times against an average of 1.00 times, indicating a weaker position for meeting immediate obligations without selling inventory. However, industry average demonstrates strength in the inventory turnover ratio, achieving 7.1 times compared to the average of 5.39 times, suggesting that Aeon is significantly more effective at converting inventory into sales compared to its competitors. Last but not least, its strong turnover can have a better inventory management and sales efficiency. Next, the competitive analysis shows that Aeon debt ratio is significantly lower than the industry average, indicating that Aeon relies more on debt financing compared to its competitors, which may increase financial risk. Aeon company also only use debt of 64%, while industry use 75.30%. Additionally, Aeon net profit margin is lower than the industry average, suggesting that Aeon profitability from its revenue is not as strong, potentially reflecting higher operational costs or stronger competition. Industry net profit margin is 6.16%, which is better than Aeon's that can only generate 4.00%. In terms of return on equity, Aeon also trails behind the industry average, meaning that shareholders might receive lower returns on their investment compared to similar companies to the sector, which is a concerning aspect for potential investors. Additionally, Aeon returns on equity of 6.00% is higher than the industry average of 5.25% and shows a positive impact to the company. Let's move to the Aeon financial performance. So we got three of it, which is inventory turnover, debt ratio, and return on equity. First is inventory turnover. Aeon have restocked many times better and are earning more profit, which is generally really good. And also, Aeon have a high shortage. It can be controlled even though it has high demand. Next is debt ratio. Aeon have a lower ratio, and that makes that the lower the ratio, the higher the assets than the debt. So this shows that Aeon is easy to obtain financing and also has a lower risk of insolvency. Last but not least is return on equity. Aeon have more efficient at generating income and growth from its equity financing. This company also have a key metrics for Aeon, and it is often used to compare a company to its competitors and the overall market. Next, shows that comparative analysis for the company, which is Aeon. First is current ratio. This ratio shows that Aeon has a lower liquidity compared to industry average. And also, this company also can meet short-term obligations and has sufficient cash on hand. Also, for every RM1 in current liabilities, Aeon Berhad supported by 0.51 ringgit in current asset compared to industry average with 1 ringgit and 58 cent. Next is quick ratio. Aeon has a lower liquidity, which is 0.14 times compared to industry average, which is 1.0 times. Inventory being deducted due to least liquidity and takes longer times to convert into cash. However, this company has difficult in pay for immediate obligation and should be more cautious because the ratio number is lower than 1. The lower quick ratio often happens because of a high reliance on inventory. Next is inventory turnover ratio. This company has a lower inventory compared to industry average. This is because Aeon sold and replaced the inventory 5.39 times per year. And this company also had a poor inventory turnover because sometimes the company, due to holding too much inventory or had a poor inventory system. Next is debt ratio. Aeon has a lower debt ratio compared to industry, and it means that Aeon had less borrowing or liabilities than industry average and used almost 64% because it had a lower debt ratio to reduce potential losses. Next is net profit margin. Aeon had a lower net profit margin of 4% compared to industry average of 6.16%, and this company used an effective cost structures and poor pricing strategies. However, Aeon should have a better representation of its financial health than revenues alone. Last but not least is return on equity. This company, which is Aeon, has a higher ratio of 6% in making return on equity compared to industry average of 5.25%. This indicates that Aeon is more efficient at generating income and growth from its quick financing.
Next, let's delve into Aeon's strength. The first strength is the company's lower debt ratio. Aeon practices a conservative financial strategy which minimizes reliance on external financing. This approach reduces financial risk and ensures long-term stability. Secondly, Aeon demonstrates a strong ability to pay interest. They can cover their interest expenses, which shows solid financial control and management. This indicates that Aeon has a healthy financial foundation to support its growth and operations. Now, let's move on to Aeon's weaknesses. The first challenge Aeon faces is low liquidity. The company struggles with insufficient liquid assets to cover short-term liabilities and often relying heavily on inventory as a current asset. Secondly, Aeon has low asset efficiency. The company is not fully utilizing its asset to generate sales, which suggests operational inefficiencies and resource underutilization. Addressing these issues is crucial for sustainable growth. We propose the following recommendations. The first one is fix liquidity issues. Aeon can improve cash flow by shortening accounts receivable collection periods and negotiating longer payment terms with suppliers. By selling excess inventory, it can also generate immediate cash flow while reducing storage costs. The second one is optimize inventory management. By introducing better inventory system, it can help align stock levels with demands. Aeon should also consider discounts or promotion for slow-moving inventory to improve turnover rate. The third one is focus on revenue growth. Diversifying product offerings and investing in targeted marketing campaigns will boost visibility and sales. Expanding their product range to meet market demand can attract a wider customer base. The last one is enhance asset utilization. By streamlining operations and reallocating resources can improve efficiency. By disposing of underperforming assets or repurposing them for productive use can maximize returns. These strategies aim to strengthen Aeon's operational and financial performance. In conclusion, Aeon Co. Malaysia Berhad showcases a strong financial base through its low debt ratio and ability to pay interest. However, challenges such as low liquidity and asset efficiency need attention. By implementing the recommended strategies, Aeon can overcome these hurdles and achieve sustainable growth while maintaining its position in the market. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention.